We cannot understand who we are, but we can understand what we are not. The primary material which makes our ego. Our mechanism of identification to thought, to perception, to feeling. Our ego is like a bulletproof vest made of layers and layers and layers and layers. It's linked to evolution. It's there to protect the vulnerable child. And it will fight teeth and nail until the very end in order to never let go. It will put up a fight, but it will do it mechanically. It will do it in a mechanical manner. So if we practice distancing, which is a position of the witness, and to train your distancing, to train your position of the witness, meditation is a work. You sit in silence and you observe. You observe. You're less identified with thoughts. You see thoughts, but you have a distance. Your ego is made of the structure, and it has a logic, a basic logic, which is never let go at any cost. And in order not to let go, your ego will fire lures, creating object. If you have an object, you have a subject. If you have an object and a subject, you are in duality. You are linked to your ego structure. Your true nature is beyond subject-object. It is unity. But the dynamic of you, the dynamic of your ego, will resist until the very end, using lure, creating object, thoughts, identification, addiction. We have our basic trauma, and after we are made layers by layers, and we are made of supercompensation. We overcompensate all the time. And most of us are locked in those layers of overcompensation. That's why we become addicts. We have an addiction, but what do you have below the addiction? The roots of it. The roots are your basic trauma. So understand that to maintain this logic, your ego will use the intellect. And the job of the intellect is to keep the logic on which you have constructed yourself. So be aware. The task of your ego is to never let go. But when you train a part of your ego to work on your ego, you can create a pattern of sabotage. Awakening, enlightenment, the kingdom of heaven is just the sabotage pattern, a well-driven sabotage pattern of your ego structure. One day, drilling psychologically deep, you'll be taken by the question, who is me? Who perceive? And at that moment, you will see that as a thought cannot think, a perception cannot perceive. If you fully see that, you are free and your ego has disappeared.